the most awaited lecture for the May 2023 exam is here, and that is we are discussing the mock test paper 1 for direct taxation for May 2023 exam. Okay, right? November 22 also we have discussed, the May 22 also we have discussed, and I feel at least last 4 exams, MTPs and RTPs should be solved by all of you. Okay, so as we begin this discussion, one thing is, if you have not watched, watch the RTP video also. In the RTP for May 23, so much nice revision is done along with solving the RTP for 194Q, 206C, 1H, TDS, updated return and all. Okay. So make sure you watch that also. Now, if you don't have a printout of this material, that is the mock test paper, then it's a request to pause the video, keep a printout, because if you feel you can manage through soft copies, it's not actually right. You should have the hard copy of the mock test paper, which is really very nice this time. And I'm not saying that whatever I teach in mock test will come in the final exam. Last 21 years I have been teaching. So many students are really successful, and only thing I feel is, whenever you are listening to these kind of the live lectures, whether it is RTP or MTP, more concentration is on the revision of the concept also, along with the solving of MTP. It's not just solving the MTP, then the solution is ready. You can check it yourself. But when we are solving it, we need to revise house property, business head, whatever it is, right? So take the printout of the mock test 1 paper. It is really very nice, quality good, covering up all your syllabus in such a way that the 60 marks paper is superb for direct taxation and 40 marks for the GST. Okay. And many times the mock test exam paper of earlier exam have been coming. This is a trend. So make sure you watch, spare 1.5 hour more and watch November 22 MTP solving also. It's the most detailed MTP solving. It's a challenge, I'm saying. With this lot of concepts we will be revising, and if reference is required, I'll refer to my material also. Now, as we start solving the paper, let us come into the mindset. You all are preparing super well for exam. Exactly 1 month is left for your May 2023 exam. So now the mindset is you are in the revision mode. Coaching is over, you have completed. And now when you are revising, make sure in the revision only put stick-ons or mark important the problems which you are going to attempt. Okay, the problems which you are going to attempt, which you are going to, 1 second, really sorry, which you are going to revise 1 day before exam, that you mark and keep now only. Okay, this is one mindset. And now it's all the game of mind. In the 3 hours, my pen will flow. I will be able to recollect and write everything super well in the upcoming exam. That is for sure. Income tax looks like itna vast hai, or sahi mein vast hai. It is really vast. But it is very easy the way they are asking. And of course, I teach CMA final, CA final, so I know there we cannot predict. But for you all, for sure, we can predict the paper pattern and generally what kind of questions are asked. So just in 5 minutes, very brief, I'm sharing the screen and want to give you all the paper pattern for your 100 marks direct taxation paper. Okay, 100 marks direct taxation paper. If you know it, super good. Let us then do it. This is your direct tax. This is your indirect tax. Okay. Indirect tax is very simple at the base level itself. Now coming to direct taxes, it starts with, this is for 60 marks and indirect tax paper is for 40 marks. Direct tax starts with MCQs which you need to answer, and here you have MCQs for 18 marks. In 18 marks also, at least 8 to 10 marks is case study based MCQ. You all know what is case study based MCQ. Say around 8 marks, 4 questions, or 10 marks. they will give you a case study. Now, this is not a case study, frankly speaking, this is a complete problem for which in your answer sheet you should make a working. Okay, decide his residential status, what is his house property income, what is his other income, what is his total tax, if he has paid advance tax. So just in working in your answer sheet, question number 1A case study working, that way you will do it faster. Bar calculation mein you will take more time. Okay, so make a quick working and solve case study based MCQ, which is not something कोई ऐसे बहुत ऐसे बड़ी चीज नहीं है. Case study based MCQ is simply a big problem, combined problem, which they are asking you to solve in your working note answer sheet. And then based on that, can you answer stepwise? What will be house property income? What will be GTI? How much deductions will be allowed? What will be total income? What will be tax? And so on. Remaining 2 into 4 or 1 marks also are other MCQs. So total 18 marks MCQs are there. Done. Next now. Oh, what happened? Vanished. This is a problem with the technology. However, well, direct tax, indirect tax, this is 60 marks. This is 40 marks. And question number 1 it is MCQs for 18 marks. In that they have case study based MCQs. Case study based MCQ for 8 to 10 marks. Remaining MCQs are 1 mark expected this time from your return topic. Now this is the section division A, you call it. Division A. Okay. Now we have division B, in which detailed questions are there that you need to solve in your answer sheet. In that, question number 1 is compulsory for 14 marks, dear students. 14 marks, it is compulsory. It is computation of income questions, specially covering your business head, sometimes your capital gain and your deductions. So many students say me, ma'am, what is the importance of deductions? Considering MCQs and question number 1 compulsory, deductions topic weightage is 6 to 8 marks equal to head. If you say how many heads are important, I will say business head, your salary, exclusive problems are there, deductions and TDS. Ma'am, 5 heads is zyada important hai deductions and TDS? Answer is yes. Deductions 2 into 4, 8 marks questions are asked. Same way TDS, they will give you 4 cases. At what rate TDS will be deducted and all, you need to answer. Okay? So, question number 1 is compulsory, 14 marks. Computation of income you have to do. Okay? And when you compute the income tax liability, if they ask compute, and in tax liability, 2 added flavors are either they will give you agricultural income, or another thing they can give you is deductions detail. Okay. Then question number 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4, any 2 you have to attempt for 14 marks, and that makes it your 28 marks. Clear until now? So now here the total 60 marks are over, dear students. Now my suggestion is, first impression is the best impression. Whatever you know first, you answer that. You have got 15 minutes reading time. Utilize it. Decide your choice in 2, 3, 4. Ma'am, question number 3, set off carry forward ka 8 marks ka question, which I know very nice. Remaining 4 marks is return of income. To attempt that. In this 14 marks, the combination is 7 and 7, or sometimes 6 plus 4 plus 4. Are you all getting? 6 marks exclusive question for salary, and 4 marks small questions for TDS, return, clubbing, set off, like that. House property and capital gain are not separately asked, but generally like capital gain comes here only in question number 1, and house property also is covered with the total income. But yes, salary and business head, exclusive question of salary is asked in 2, 3, 4, and business head in the question number 1 itself. So anyhow, business head, today morning I was teaching math for CMA final students, and I said your interbase is so important for the business head. Coming now to indirect taxes, again your division A and B. So division A is MCQs, all MCQs for 12 marks. Here also, one case study based MCQs, nothing but they'll give you 6 marks question. Should they go for registration? Should they go for composition, like that? And remaining separate MCQs for 1 or 2 marks. Total 12 marks MCQs. Again here, division B. In division B, you have again question number 1, which is compulsory to attempt for 8 marks. See, if your paper pattern is clear, you will save your time. So please share this video. This is completely in English, and promise I will revise lot of concepts. If time doesn't permit, I will pause and record it again in a separate video after the lunch. But ऐसे जल्दी जल्दी करके खत्म नहीं करना है, concepts भी revise करेंगे. So please share it with at least 5 of your friends whom you feel that it will be helpful to give a correct mindset for your final exam. Question number 1, 8 marks compulsory, is from your input tax credit chapter. This is your input tax credit, this is your output, and just calculate the liability, what we do in your chapter 6 input tax credit wala, right? Now in the division B in GST, question number 1 is compulsory for 8 marks, and it is always from input tax credit. And again question number 2, 3 and 4. I'll write it here. That is question number 2. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this and keep it so that your mindset is clear कि मुझे कैसे choice करना है. Any two you have to do 10 marks each, that is 20 marks. So 28 and 12, that makes it 40 marks. Are you all with me? Clear? Right? Acha, in GST question number 2, 3, 4, for 10 marks, what they are asking, value of supply for 5 marks, time of supply for 5 marks. Like this it is there. Or 4 plus 4 plus 2, very nice theory questions on the documentation and return. Whatever new is coming, QR code, e-way bill, e-invoicing, whatever new on the latest, they will surely ask you simple questions. So choosing is very easy, and don't solve extra questions thinking whatever is best they will correct. Whatever is solved last, they don't correct. If here it is 2, 3, 4, all you have solved, they will collect 2, 3 and give marks. Fourth one, they will scratch. They will not correct extra questions. That is for sure. So don't attempt. This is your paper pattern and mindset. I hope this is helpful to all of you. Now, take the printout of your MTP, I am again saying. And below this, I will also put the MTP link of November 22. I don't know, this is my guesswork, how I scored marks in my exam when I cleared my final in 2000. Since then, I have observed 1 or 2 earlier attempts, MTP and RTP, as it is the questions are coming. So, of course, this is very nice. Quality good questions are there. And with that detailed study also we will do from our material. Okay, right? So with the right mindset for exam, let us quickly begin first solving MCQs in detail. Directly in your MTP answer book, they have directly solved it. So we will be solving all the MCQ. So here we begin with reading. First of all, let us read it. Let us read it directly. 1 second. All right, let us read the question number 1 for direct taxation, which is a case study based question. अच्छे से पढ़ते हैं इसको, and reading the question is an art. In your mind, all analysis should be very clear. Mr. Kamal, an Indian citizen aged 61 years. Indicator 61 years means he is a senior citizen and has set up business in Canada, and he is residing in Canada since 2010. He owns a house property, half of which is used for his residence and half is given on rent. So whatever he is earning in Canada is relevant only if he is resident and ordinary resident. Next, he purchased a flat in Delhi on 13th October for 42 lakhs. The stamp duty value was 35 lakhs. He has taken a loan from Canara Bank in India, 34 lakhs for the purchase of the flat. Okay. Interest on such loan is 3,14,000. So interest, where is it deductible? House property. And principal 80,000, where it will be deductible? ATC, you get a deduction. Kamal has given the flat on rent 32,500. If you give flat on rent 32,500, then purchase value is of no importance because you're not selling it. Annual property tax 40,000 is paid by Kamal whenever he comes to India. If the municipal tax is paid by owner, it is allowed, and 32,500 multiplied by 12 will be the rent. Kamal visited India for 124 days during the previous year 20 to 23, and before that he visited India for 366 days. Now, there is more information, but that I want to read when you are analyzing the whole problem. Chalo, ek baar upar se padhte hain. He had house in Ranchi also, which he sold long back, but related to that arrears are received. Whenever arrears of rent are received, they are taxable under house property, 30% standard deduction, even though I am not the owner of the house. He has also derived some other income during financial year 20 to 23, which are profits from business in Canada, 275. Interest on bond in Canada, out of that 50% is received in India. So what is received in India is taxable, even if you are not resident and all. Income from apple orchard in Nepal. Okay. Kamal has sold some shares in India and there is a capital gain. Based on the facts of the case given above, choose, keep patience. I can start solving question number 2 onwards, which are like very easy and very scoring. So it's a challenge as a teacher for me in this online live class and for you all to hold on and do this not tough but technical part ki pura case padho, uske liye working banao and then solve the MCQs. Based on the facts of the case, choose most appropriate answer. And your very first question is, what is the residential status of Kamal? Okay, now pause here. Kamal, since 2010, he is in Canada. In 20 to 23, he came to India. Can you read this line? Can you see my cursor moving? He came to India for 124 days. He is in India. And before that, he visited India for 366 days. Okay. So now, is he satisfying first condition, 182 days or more in India? No. Is he satisfying second condition, 60 days or more and 365 in the preceding? Yes. But when a person leaves India and comes to visit India, second basic condition is not applicable. Do you remember? Yes. If not, pause the video, go to your residential status, watch the booster notes. I have made gist revision videos for every chapter in the form of marathon, and with that, if you check 2 amendment lectures, your revision is done. 50 minutes residential status all revision is done in the marathon video. Please watch that. फिर से एक बार. Person of Indian origin going abroad, coming back to India, person going out as a member of crew, employment for that second basic condition is not applicable, which is satisfying. And first, he is not satisfying. So he is a non-resident. But there's a concept of deemed resident. And they say that Kamal, if he is in India for 120 days or more, and if he is earning in India more than 15 lakh rupees, do you remember? Okay, he is earning more than 15 lakh rupees in India. he is in India for 120 days or more, then he is said to be deemed resident. Okay. How you are earning at other places and all is not relevant. But if you are paying tax, if you are earning income in India above 15 lakhs, और वो होगा, rental income है, and ये 50% received है, I will work out in the notebook and show you. Capital gain is there, so definitely his income is more than 15 lakhs in India, then he's said to be deemed resident under section 61A, and all the deemed residents are resident but not ordinary resident. Ma'am, how do we decide that his income in India is more than 15 lakhs? Pick up your calculator. You can do it orally. Rental income, then bonds. Whatever he has earned in Canada, Nepal, don't consider all that. But 620 का 50% तो India में मिला है. And then he has sold 10,000 shares at 480. Pick up your calculator. And which he acquired for 100. Okay. For the capital gain purpose. 100. Right. So, if you have sold the shares at 480 and you have acquired in 100, STT paid is not allowed. Now, if you have acquired prior to 31st January 2018, you have to follow a method, and that method says no indexation, because these are listed shares. Highest average lowest price, so you have to consider the highest price. Okay. And with this highest price based on the facts, if you calculate your capital gain, it will be cost of acquisition. What will be cost of acquisition? What is the sale value? 480. 480 sales value, or the fair market value as on 31st Jan. All right. I think I need to show you the material for this. Just a second. Just a minute. As I said, I will share the screen. Take your time. Look at the screen. This is our capital gain booster notes. Yes. If the equity shares are listed, security transaction tax is not allowed as expense. Even in case of purchase, even in case of sale. I hope that is clear. And if the shares are acquired prior to 1st of February, right? Cost of acquisition will be higher of the cost and lower of the fair market value. So please see your question paper. What is the highest fair market value given to you? 300. Yes. And what is the sale consideration? You have sold it in how much? 480. So 300 or 480, whichever is lower. So 300. Now this, and you have acquired it in 100. So cost of acquisition or this, whichever is higher. Are you all with me? Fair market value of the shares as on 31st Jan 2018, which will be given in the exam. But in this exam, they have given high, low, average. So which price you will take? FMV mein highest price. Okay, 300. And full consideration, sale consideration 480, whichever is lower. That or cost of acquisition, in dono mein whichever is high. So what will be the cost you will take? 300, and you have sold it in how much? 480, and minus 300 per share. How much is the profit? 180, and 10,000 shares are there. So 18 lakh, Mr. Kamal has got the profit. Followed or not? 18 lakhs is the profit. Is this clear to all of you? Now come back to the question. Yes. Are you getting now? 300 I have taken, 100 and 480. So now Kamal has got more than say 15 lakhs income in India, and he is in India for 120 days or more and 365 days in the preceding 4 years. He is said to be deemed residence, and hence the answer for the first MCQ is his residential status is resident but not ordinary resident. Now take a pause. Resident but not ordinary resident means he will pay the tax on income received in India, deemed to be received, accrued, deemed to accrued, business set up outside India, but controlled from India. Bus. Rest, what he's earning in Canada, Nepal, we are not bothered. Now, can I complete the third question first? What will be the capital gain? 18 lakhs. Pick up your calculator, dear students. 480 is the sale value. 300 is the cost. 180 you have to write and do. I'm not able to write here today, and because of that I decided not to record. But other than this day, my all the other schedules are fixed for my inter running batches which is going on, CMA final batches going on. तो बाद में टाइम नहीं है और आपकी एग्जाम को ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है. So I'm not able to write here. I don't know, it's getting stuck today, and I'll be helping you out in the notebook. But is 18 lakhs clear to you? Below this video, bindas comment if you have any doubt after my explanation. I'm not just giving the answers, I am explaining, detailed explanation I am giving. Okay, how did you get 18 lakhs? And still, if you have doubt, in the description, Telegram link is there. Connect with us, join our WhatsApp group, click the photo, put a voice note. Within 24 hours, surely I'll clear it. It's a promise. So third question is done. Coming back to second question, what is income from house property? Do you remember the question? He has given it out on rent and all. So let us work it out in the notebook. ये आपके इसमें नहीं है. So I'm going to work out this question number 1, that is case study MCQ number 2. Income from house property for Mr. Kamal. Kamal, I'm doing it little in brief, please, because मतलब पूरा डिटेल पढ़ाऊंगी, कहीं फॉर्मेट लिखने में अगर ब्रीफ लिखा है तो. What will be the GAV, dear students? 32,500 into 12. Quickly. Yes, you are doing faster than me. Calculator से chat box में डालो. 390 less municipal taxes. 40,000 he has paid when he came to India. If it is paid by owner, then allowed. See, house property, residential. MTP, enjoy solving it as if it's like your best one. You know, like all the varieties covered at a time. So that is one of the best part of solving the MTP. Chalo. What is your 30% standard deduction? 350 into 30%, that is 1,05,000. And then interest on loan. Interest on loan is allowed up to 2 lakh in case of self-occupied. But here, completely interest on loan will be allowed because it's a let-out property. And 80,000 principal, we will deduct it in ATC deduction. So what is the income from house property in India? 350 minus 1,05,000 minus 3,14,000. It's a loss of 69,000. All right. And you remember while reading the question, if not, pause the video. Read the question. I'll tell you which part. I'll read it loudly for all of you. Arrears. एक घर है, he has sold in May 2019 and related to that 2,96,000 arrears. Arrears of rent, unrealized rent, whenever it is received, it becomes taxable, even if I am not the owner of the house, with 30% standard deduction. Only this part can be asked in MCQs, dear students. So this is coming to how much? Arrears of rent taxable is 2,07,200. Total income from house property. Total income from house property is coming to 1,38,200. MCQ's answers, all we feel they are correct. एक गलती किए तो दूसरा आंसर, एक गलती, like that. Pause the video. Don't just take the screenshot, dear students. लिख के करो. As a teacher, when I'm, मैम एग्जाम में लिखना पड़ेगा, हाँ ब्रीफ में कर लेना, लेकिन लिखना तो पड़ेगा. Because you have to calculate the total income, that's why I'm asking you. See, What is the answer for the second one? B. B. For third one, capital gain, we have done. What will be the total income? Okay. So fourth answer, I want to work out for all of you. एक और भी देख लेते हैं साथ में क्या क्या पूछा है. Fourth answer, and then what is the tax liability? So these two questions, don't you think it's like as good as you are computing total income? 14 marks का जो question करते हैं वो ही है ना? चलो इसको notebook में करते हैं. So now, what all income he has received in India? One is house property. Okay. Arrears of rent. Next is business income in Canada. Ignore. Next is some bonds in Canada, but जो 620 के bonds हैं उसका 50% is received in India, so that is 3,10,000. Presentation I am missing out to save time. Acha, next, some income in Nepal. There only received, there only earned, not bothered. Next is what? Capital gain. Okay, this is long-term capital gain on shares, 18 lakhs, which is already shown to you. So what is the gross total income coming to? Gross total income कितना आ रहा है? 18 lakhs capital gain plus 310 plus 1,38,200. Income is GTI is coming to 22,48,200 minus 80C deduction is repayment of housing loan, 80,000 principal amount. So now what you get is 21,68,200, and that is your total income. Now let us calculate tax on this. So we can calculate tax liability, always special income first. You will remember on long-term capital gain on shares, over and above basic exemption, you get 1 lakh. 1 lakh additional exemption, तो वो 1 lakh निकाल दो. अब आ रहा है 17 lakhs. 17 lakhs long-term capital gain पे 10% tax is coming to 1,70,000. Now balance of normal income. What is normal income? Pick up your calculators. 138,200 house property, 310 income from other sources bond, minus 80,000 deduction. So 3,68,200 is normal income. In that basic exemption will be how much? वंडरला के स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना है. Basic exemption will be, dear students, 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. Because his age is above 60 years. And remaining 68,200, it is 5%. That is 3,410. 173,410 plus 4% ESS. Directly I am doing into 104%. So the tax is coming. Exam में ऐसे नहीं करना है, पूरा लिखना है. Concept I am going slow. When it is coming to working, I am going fast. What is the tax liability? And you all have studied section 288 and 288B, which says income and taxes should be rounded off in multiples of 10. So round off to 180, 350 over and out. चलें साथ में. Total income कितना आ रहा है? 21,68,000. Your fourth answer. MCQ fourth answer. D-bit. Fourth में D-bit है आंसर. और fifth में what is the tax liability? Fifth में C-bit is your answer. C-bit is your answer. Quality good problem, no? I hope you all are having your why very clear. You want to add CA Dipti Chheda, CA Ronak, CA Bhargavi. आपको अपने नाम के आगे टैग लगाना है. उसके लिए 8 subjects of final, for that 8 subjects of inter, for that direct taxation, for that this, है ना? So your aim is clear, dear students. Let us check the answers now. ये देखो, fourth का D1 I said, and fifth ka C1, rounded off the tax. That's all. It's that simple. Let us take up now individual MCQs. Mr. Archana, wife of Raj, started a business trading beauty products on 15th May. Date is important. She invested 5 lakhs on 15th May out of gift received from husband. She further invested 4 lakhs from her own saving. She earned profit of 150. Which of the following is correct? You know, our mind always grows on normal track. जैसे हम प्रॉब्लम हमने क्लास में सॉल्व कराया है, ओन कैपिटल, हस्बैंड से मिला कैपिटल, टोटल इनकम, प्रोपोर्शनेट कैपिटल, वो क्लबिंग प्रोविजन अट्रैक्ट होगा. आंसर फॉर दिस प्रॉब्लम इज नो क्लबिंग. Because when Archana started the business, she started the business by taking the complete money from Raj on 15th May. Her own money she has put in December. And for clubbing, you have to see what is the own capital and others capital on 1st of April. Simple. So 1st April ke din to there was no mixed capital. Raj gave me money and I started the business. Shahrukh Khan. Shahrukh Khan का नाम हर मूवी में राज होता था एक टाइम में. अभी तो पठान है. चलो, jokes apart. Did you all get it? So Raj gave money to Archana and Archana started business. Whatever she has earned in 20 to 23, everything will be clubbed in the hands of Raj. They have given you proportionate income. Answer for this is D bit. 150 will be taxable in the hands of Raj. क्यों मैम, आपने तो क्लास में प्रोपोर्शनेट सिखाया था. प्रोपोर्शनेट कब, कौन से कैपिटल का लेना? फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल ईयर. एंड हियर क्लबिंग इज डन इन दिसंबर. सो इस साल पूरा राज में ऐड होगा. नेक्स्ट ईयर से इट विल बी क्लब्ड. डन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. An amount of 60,000 was paid to Summer on 1st July towards fees for professional service without deduction of TDS. Professional service 194J. If it crosses 30,000, you need to deduct TDS. अब तो TDS काटना भूल गए. 10. And subsequently, second payment 75,000 was due to Summer, from which 10% TDS was deducted. And net amount was paid. So first you miss deducting TDS. From the date you miss to the date you deduct, interest is charged at the rate of 1% per month or part of the month. Now you deducted it in February. You should have deposited in 7th of March. And this amount tax was paid to government in June. Then, you know, government money, if you hoard, आपसे तो TDS काट लिया, and if I put it in my pocket for 3 months, gone. 1.5% per month, 18% per annum, I need to pay interest to government. Is the data clear to you? We will work out this third problem in our notebook and check the answer for yourself. Question number 3, MCQ. They have asked it MCQ. I don't remember attempt, but before few attempt, in your 14 marks question, I said no, TDS, TCS, 8 marks ka weightage hai. There they have asked the same question for 3 marks. From 1st July 2022 to 28th of February 2023. What is the default? TDS not deducted. TDS काटे ही नहीं, है ना? TDS काटे ही नहीं. 60,000 into TDS amount कितना था? 10%. 6,000 I should have deducted. If I have not deducted on the tax amount, 1% per month is the penalty from July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months. Don't do 8 by 12. This is 1% per month. How much is it coming? Tax कितना है आपका? 6,000. उसका 1% into 8. 480 rupees is the interest on late deduction of TDS. Now TDS deducted. but not paid. TDS deducted but not paid. Kitna? How much TDS is deducted? 13,500. See that? 1,35,000 का 10%. अब इस पे 1% इंटरेस्ट पे होगा. कहां से कहां तक? 28th February 2023 means 7th of the next month. Say till when did you actually pay? 22/6. Dear students, this interest is not calculated in days. Part of the month is rounded off to month. So March, April, May and June. Ma'am, but it's 22nd June. 4. 13,500 into 1% into 4. 540. And so your total answer is 540 plus 480. One second. 13,500 ka. Oh, sorry. Why 1%? Really sorry. I said no. 1.5%. 18%. 13,500 into 1.5% into 4. It is coming to 810. See, जो गलत बोला ना वो भी एक आधा आंसर होगा. 1290. Take your time. Ask me doubts. After MCQs, we'll take a break and then we'll continue with other questions. I'm solving it right early. I know some of you are still in the preparation mode, पर पक्का share करो जब भी हो जाए. This is in complete English. All the concepts which are need to be referred, I'll refer. In fact, you have revised now. Ma'am, if TDS is not deducted, it's 1% per month. If it is deducted, hoarded and not paid to government, 1.5% per month. So what is the answer for your third MCQ? Question number 3 का MCQ का आंसर है B bit 1290. 1290. See, second one. Okay. Now the next one. Mr. C, aged 35 years, is a working partners in Messrs BCD, a partnership firm with equal profit sharing ratio. Okay, this is a language is very beautiful, related to partnership, how remuneration is paid, how interest is paid, everything I will revise. In the previous year, 3 partners are there, equal share. Firm has paid remuneration 2 lakh each, ek ko 2 lakh. And firm has paid 120 total interest to all the 3 within 12% limit. Firm has got a loss after putting all this. After putting all this, his firm has got a loss. Can we go, what is can calculate what will be the book profit? You being a CA of Mr. C, they want your expert advice. What would be his taxable remuneration? C को जो remuneration मिल रहा है, कितना होगा taxable remuneration? You can't just take it everything. Like, how do you know how much is going to be his interest on capital and all? So what is the taxable remuneration of C? Out of the 4, you need to work out the answer. For this, super duper clear. How much interest on capital you can pay? Maximum 12%. That too, it should be mentioned in your deed. Correct है सबको? अच्छा, second. ये तो हो गया आपका interest. Remuneration is allowed on book profit. And how that book profit is calculated is up to 3 lakh, 90% of the book profit, or 1,50,000, whichever is higher. Balance of the book profit, 60% you can pay as remuneration. That's allowed. Remaining is disallowed in case of firm. So go to your notebooks. I'm telling you to get the best. I'm also working very hard to solve this MTP with all of you live. For this, I have cancelled my CMA interclass today. But I wanted to justify, you all have taken coaching from me, you have taken recorded videos. So I promised I will do all the RTP, MTP 2 आएगा तो वो भी करेंगे. ठीक है? Promise. Costing का भी करेंगे. Costing MTP is next lined up. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe it. I am telling you, no gimmicks. To the point. Students, if they ask me doubt, no, I feel out of 10, one is asking, daring and asking doubt. Actually, it's the doubt for 5 others. So I just make a short video or reel and I'm putting it. Pakka, just check the playlist of tax concept videos. Check the shorts which are there, reels. You will find the content and comment below if you feel ki no, this is not having that depth which is required. From years I'm teaching direct tax, PCC and IPCC and CA Inter. So sure, I'm giving the best contents, a promise from my side. Share it with your friends और प्रिंट आउट निकाल के अच्छे से इसको सॉल्व करो. चलो, now reverse I want to work. Okay, whatever is say book profit, out of that I can minus interest on capital. कितना interest on capital you have paid, dear students? How much interest on capital? 1,12,000. How much remuneration you have paid? Remuneration आपने कितना पे किया है? 6 lakhs. तब जाके your net profit after this, net profit after above is given to you. Oh, sorry, interest on capital is 1,20,000 and this is 6 lakhs. After paying this, there is a loss of 1,12,000. There is a loss of 1,12,000. So what must be the income? Income कितना होगा आपको? 620 plus 120 minus 1,12,000. Are you all getting? Book profit must have been 6,28,000. Reverse we are working. 628 book profit, उसमें से interest on capital minus करो, तीनों पार्टनर को remuneration दे दो. 628 आ रहा है या अलग आ रहा है? 6 lakhs plus 120 minus 1,12,000. 6,08,000. Yes. Reverse I am working ki what book profit should have been 6,08,000. Pick up your calculators. Minus interest on capital minus remuneration. You get 1,12,000. All clear to all of you? Okay. Now, why I am working this is what is the remuneration taxable in the hands of C? Now, if the book profit is 6,08,000 and interest on capital within limit is 1,20,000, what is the book profit eligible for remuneration? Are you getting it clearly? Remuneration के लिए final के students को भी ये question आता है. 4,88,000 is your book profit. In that you can write on first 3 lakh 90%. That is 270 remuneration you can pay. And on balance 1,88,000 कितना? 68%. 60%. फिर से एक बार रिवर्स कैलकुलेशन से बुक प्रॉफिट आ गया. बुक प्रॉफिट में मैम एग्जाम में ये वर्किंग करना पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल करना पड़ेगा. आई शो यू माई वर्किंग. आई डोंट नो इफ यू कैन सी. मैं स्टॉप करके बताती हूँ. इतना मैं आई एम राइटिंग ऑल दिस डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आई एम राइटिंग ऑल दिस टू गिव यू द व्हाट डू यू कॉल इट, एक्सप्लेनेशन. कॉन्सेप्ट आपके माइंड में तो मैं बहुत डिटेल कर रही हूँ. एग्जाम में कैन यू सी माई स्क्रीन एंड दिस? हाँ, ये दिख रहा है आपको? ऐसे वर्किंग तो करना पड़ेगा. कैन यू डू दिस वर्किंग ऑन द क्वेश्चन पेपर? आंसर इज नो. कैन यू कीप इन योर आंसर शीट 1 पेज फॉर एमसीक्यूज एंड डू इट वेरी क्विकली? पर्टिकुलर्स भी मत लिखो, सिर्फ न्यूमेरिकल लिखो, लेकिन करो तो ही करेक्ट होगा, नहीं तो यू विल डू रॉन्ग आंसर्स इन एमसीक्यूज फॉर श्योर. है ना? इजी है. आई एम ऑलवेज I can take that feel of the student ki if I am a student, what all challenges will come, and then only I teach. That's why I'm doing all the calculation again as if a student is doing. So out of 6,08,120 is interest on capital, in balance on 3 lakh 90% is allowed, and on balance 188 60% is allowed, 1,12,800. So how much total remuneration is allowed? Ma'am, but they have paid remuneration 6 lakh. Galat hai. What is allowed as per the Income Tax Act? Allowed remuneration is 380 to 800. इसमें सी का शेयर कितना है डियर स्टूडेंट्स? 1/3. किसने बोला? इक्वल रेशियो 127 600. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, C bit is your answer. Over and out. Is this detailed analysis helpful or not? I'm not just solving MTP. I am helping you to, just do it अच्छे से. इसको copy करो. All right. So now come back to our sheet and let us see what is the answer for this remuneration. Okay. Look at the screen, please. Can you see? Huh? Fourth one. For this, the answer is 127,600, which just now we have solved. Is this clear to all of you? Huh? Go back and work out what is the remuneration allowed. And if they have paid extra, it will be disallowed, and extra will be disallowed and taxable in the hands of firm itself. Okay? Chalo. Fifth one we are doing right now. Income derived from farm buildings situated in the vicinity of agricultural land would be treated as agricultural income if land is situated. Now this, I'm not referring agricultural income. देखो सबको मालूम है ना, 8 kilometers radius है तो the population is above 10 lakhs. Yeah. And as a population of 1052 kilometers hai. So none of them are fitting into this except the first one. So here the answer is the first one. An area of distance of 3 kilometers if the population is less than 1 lakh. So between 10,000 to 10 lakh, whatever is the population, 2 kilometers ke city limit ke beyond, it will be agricultural land. So here it is 3 kilometers. Just check, this one is very easy. So I'm leaving. After lunch, we will do detailed all the other computation of income. And with that, I'll take you to my material. Like I took right now, fair market value, capital gain wala bahut acha question tha. Okay, last one. This is like super. HUF, you can go on talking for hours and hours, but exam likhna hai. Gupta HUF in Maharashtra has Mr. Harsh Gupta, his wife Nidhi, his son Deepak, his daughter-in-law Dipti, his daughter Miss Preeti. Which of the members of HUF are eligible for co-partners right? Okay, so you all know we get co-partners right only by birth. So if this is HUF of Harsh Gupta, his wife can be member, but she can't be co-partner. But son, can he be the co-partner? Yes. Daughter-in-law? No. Daughter? Yes. So who are the co-partners? Husband and wife? No. Husband Harsh and Deepak Gupta, his son, and Miss Preeti Gupta? Yes. Are you all getting or not? हर्ष गुप्ता, उनके सन दीपक गुप्ता और उनकी डॉटर. Co-partners right come by birth. Ma'am, but what about wife? Wife can be the member, but she cannot be the co-partner. So that's what is the correct answer for this. And these questions are awesome. How to read the question, how to have the correct mindset of solving it, daily I have to travel from A to B destination. 2-3 days I will use Google. Then I'll remember, okay, wo square road se left lena hai, pink building se right. We make some markings. So when you read the question, if you go in that perfect flow, you will never go wrong, and you will definitely complete the paper in 3 hours, provided while practicing, while studying, you have followed that proper step. नहीं तो क्या होती है, स्क्रैचिंग जगलिंग में टाइम जाता है. इफ इट इज बिजनेस है, स्टार्ट रीडिंग द क्रेडिट साइड, देन डबल रीडिंग भी नहीं होना चाहिए. तो ऑल दैट वी विल डू इट आफ्टर अ Thank you so much. Assemble back and we will continue. Here we are after the break. We have finished all the MCQs with detailed working note and learning. Okay. And messages from you. I want to really answer that TDS is very, very important. I'll try to put a complete revision, detailed complete revision video for TDS very soon. Okay. Covering up all your amendments are already there. Already all the amendments are covered up in your already covered up all your amendments. In the amendment lectures, I have covered up the TDS and TCS latest provision. But still, if you feel no, it is very important, I'll surely do it. TDS, all the revision video, I will put it very soon. 8 marks is short weightage, dear students. Salary, business head, TDS, deductions, these are like super duper important for MCQs as well as separate questions. It's not that house property is not asked. MCQ में ही पूछ लिया. So house property is also very important, but once you know how to compute the income, there's no creativity in house property. Whatever problem they ask, you will be able to do it if you have learned the concepts very well. Doing this in YouTube, I'm telling you, dear students, YouTube is super good for doubt clearing, for revision. It is very good. But for once, you need to stick to one mentor and take down all the lectures thoroughly from the base level with lot of patience. एक बार तो सीखना पड़ेगा, and then those students who say na the paper is not completed pen, it will. Yesterday in the running class CMA inter batch, I have solved pre-construction interest 10 problems. 10 problems with all the variety. From the date construction starts to this is the period, this is the interest, divide by 5 annual. So when you do 10 problems in the same flow, whatever may be the twist in the exam, you will be able to do it. Anna? Right? So that is all about it. Chalo. One second on your students. Yes, surely, surely. Nitin, if you have a doubt, I will surely share with all of you. Look at this. One second. GAV वाला नहीं, आपका जो डाउट था number of days calculation में है ना, remuneration I feel it was a very good. See, this period you have to calculate from 1st of July to 20th February, because 1st of July was the day. If you have deducted by 7th of July, you should have paid. Next month 7th तक pay कर देना है आपको गवर्नमेंट को. जुलाई पे नहीं किए, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, जनवरी, February you deducted. So for 8 months. After deducting in February, you did not deposit by 7th March, then March onwards again. Okay, that is your March, April, May and June. Now is it clear to all of you? Yes, this is how you are calculated. Let us start now with full-fledged questions, and here we are. Okay, we have completed question number 1. We have come one second. We have completed all the MCQs. Now I'm going to descriptive. Question number 1 is always compute the total income, and in that highlight is business head and deductions. With add-on flavor is either 80G they will give or agricultural income step method calculation they will give. Okay, right. So we will solve all these questions very quickly. Summer is a resident individual, 43 years, provides his professional income. Consultancy, interest from PPF, interest on saving, NSE, remuneration, admin, general, electric expense, medical purchases. Are you all reading with me? Mindset, depreciation as per books disallowed, as per IT allowed under section 32. And then some other details are given, which as and how I read, I will take it. It's a very nice question. Compute the income tax and liability of Summer, assuming he has not opted for 115 BAC, but Sure, 115 BAC, the new tax regime, they can ask you a question. There is no question on 115 BAC in this MTP, but sure guessing they can ask you 8 marks question. So just watch alternative tax regime Dipti Chheda's video. I'm saying this with so much of confidence. Just last week I did it for final students also. Might be the video's name is final, but inter and final alternative minimum tax, the concept is same. So just if you scroll back the recent videos uploaded, you will get it. Ignore the provisions of 14A relating to disallowance of expenditure. 14A is what? When some income is exempt related to that, it is not allowed. Your expense are not allowed. Now, whenever you start computing business income, start it with the net profit. 3943. Now read the credit side, and whatever income is included as a part of this and it is not a part of your income, just remove it. Are you all with me? Interest on PPF, less it. Why less it? Because it is, just write down if you want, less it. Why less it? Because it's not business income, and anyhow income from other sources also it is tax. Saving bank account, net profit is in 39,43,000 including 20,000 saving account, but saving account interest is taxable where? Income from other sources. Interest on national saving certificate, where you put the money, income is accrued, and after 6 years you get double the money. So NSC interest is very well taxable in income from other sources, and it's an accrued interest reinvested, so you get ATC deduction also for this. Am I going fast or my speed is fine? So from the book profit to the income tax profit, deduct all the incomes which are not related to business. All these expenses are debited. Now we are sure that depreciation as per books is not allowed. So add back. This is the way to do the problem. Read the credit side, read the debit side. Now I am doing the adjustments. Employees remuneration and benefit include family planning expense 20,000 incurred for employee, which was revenue, and it was paid by check. But who is Mr. Samar? Individual. Family planning expense is allowed only for companies. That too, revenue expense full, capital expense 1/5 every year. Done. So this 20,000 is disallowed. This is a part of employees remuneration. Sorry, it's not allowed. अगर sorry बोल के scratch कर सकते तो rectification chapter नहीं पढ़ते. But if I reduce my employees remuneration, by 20,000, if I reduce my expense, what is the impact on profit? Add. So disallowed expenses will increase the profit, and so add. Dear students, in the playlist of tax concept videos, check one video. I have given just 4 examples and clarified when there should be add, when there should be less, and few cases there should be nothing. For example, advertisement expenses, suppose out of the way, not this problem, but just an example which many times comes in exam. Advertisement expenses included year-ending diaries given to the clients worth 30,000. Okay, it's allowed. Ma'am, allowed hai, and you have debited in the P&L account. What should I do? Add or less? Nothing. समझ में आ रहा है? So family planning expenses disallowed, so add back. Payment of salary 25,000. Some of I'm not going to shift again and again. Like I can actually shift also, but उसमें ना बहुत time जाएगा. एक minute. This is our business income. So see, 3943 family planning expense added back because it is not. So we can go and read one and tick one, but it will be time consuming. So I'm just discussing first separately only this one. मैं आपसे डिस्कस कर लेती हूँ पूरा. Payment of salary 25,000 per month to sister-in-law of Summer, who was in charge of the accounts department. However, in comparison to similar work, reasonable salary is 20,000. You know, this is like a googly super duper. Ma'am, unreasonable salary 5,000. Add back. Disallowed. Arey, but unreasonable salary is paid to sister-in-law. Sister-in-law doesn't come in your relative definition. Especially for this, in the relatives definition, sister-in-law doesn't come. Your ancestral, like father, grandfather, son, grandson, brother, sister, mother, father, and their spouses. Huh? So sister-in-law doesn't come here, and hence this is allowed. Summer received employees contribution for the month of February 10,000, but it was deposited after the due date. This is, dear students, last year's amendment. EPF is not covered under section 43B. Man, even if I missed the due date, can I pay it before due date of filing the return? No. Provident fund, this month's provident fund by next month 15 or whatever is the PF date, if you have to decide. If you have not deposited 10,000 is disallowed. Disallowed expense means add back. Medical expense 80,000 as appearing in income and expenditure was for the treatment of father Summer. His father 72 years did not receive any insurance. So in your P&L account, can you put medical expense for father? No, it's not a business expense. So disallowed. But for father, if you have incurred medical expense and father के नाम से कोई policy नहीं है, तो in 80D you can claim a deduction of 50,000. Father is a senior citizen, so instead of 2550, if you have taken the policy, then policy premium up to 50, both parents inclusive. But here policy is not taken, then whatever expense you have incurred, how much is allowed? 50,000. General expense as appearing in the income and expenditure account include a sum of 25,000 paid to Angelina on 5th January 2023 as commission for securing work from the new clients. And this payment was made to her without deducting TDS. Oh, on commission, you have to deduct TDS 5%. If you have not deducted, how much of expense will be disallowed? 30%. If paid in India, 40 AI. If paid outside India, then how much is disallowed? 100%. So 25,000 का 30%. कितना होगा आपका? 7,500 is disallowed. WDV is given, professional books. Is this way discussion clear, or had it been better अगर पूरे का पूरा हम notebook में करें? So I think this MTP solving will become marathon of 12-15 hours. पूरा income tax एक दिन में कैसे पढ़ लें हम? हाँ? फिर भी whichever is more helpful to you, that is the way a teacher should teach. There's no dominance from my side. So please give me correct feedback. Ma'am, your efforts are helpful and this video is really helpful. Do share it with your friends and prepare super well for the upcoming exam with open mind. Now, depreciation as per books we have added. Can we deduct depreciation as per Income Tax Act? Yes. On books, what is the depreciation? 40%. On computer, 40%. And now furniture में बहुत सारी googlies हैं. ये देखो. Furniture was purchased on August and it was put to use on same day. Indicator, full year's depreciation. More than 180 days. 18,000 is paid in cash, not allowed. I mean, say if you have purchased furniture in cash, depreciation is not allowed if asset is purchased in cash above 10,000. 19,000 paid by account pay check. Is depreciation allowed? Yes. Is it allowed? Yes. On 19,000 furniture, 10%. 11,000 paid in cash. Again, not allowed. Clear? So in the working note, they have given in the answer how you have calculated the depreciation. I think they must have given. Let me see. If not, I'll make you write. है ना? Clear है, बिल्कुल clear है. एक तो आपको 90,000 पे 40% मिलेगा, 35 पे 40%, 18 पे no, 19 पे yes and 11 पे no because it's paid in cash. 1 second. Look at the screen here. ये देखो आपका अंजलिना का वो डिसअलाउड हो गया, टीडीएस वाला. डेप्रिसिएशन एज पर बुक्स एड बैक. परचेज ऑफ फर्नीचर. Purchase of furniture you had already debited in the P&L account. है ना? दिख रहा है सबको? ये रहा. Purchase of furniture. 1 second. ये रहा. बिल्कुल भी disallowed. Straight disallowed. And now shall we allow add back EPF also? Yes. They have done some grouping. If you don't know, ma'am, इसको अलग कर रहे, इसको अलग, पूरा आप एक लाइन में you can do add, total, less total. बिल्कुल allowed है. And you need not write all this. So much of explanation is written over here. ये पूरा as a they are training you. आपको नहीं लिखना है. 90,000 40% books पे, computer पे 40%, furniture पे 10%. Clear? Remaining are disallowed. On car, car you have purchased 15%. So this is your total depreciation. You can do a separate working note for depreciation and then put it in your answer. Now moving ahead. Furniture is clear. Yes. He purchased a car in 2021 for personal use. However, later he brought it in the books. Fair market value on the day brought in is given to confuse you. Whenever an asset is personally used and when it is brought to books, whatever is the original cost 335, on that you have to charge 15% depreciation. Motor car finished. Correct है? Clear है? सबको समझ में आया? हाँ, but instead of motor car, dear students, if it is a building which is purchased in 21 and used personally, next year brought to business, then for the personal use period also, notional depreciation is charged for completed years. This is a superb concept. Shall I repeat? Listen. Any asset personally purchased and brought to business after 2-3 years, whatever is the original cost of car, take and charge depreciation. Ma'am, what about the FMV on the date I take it? Given to confuse you. Now, instead of motor car, if I purchase a building in 2020, for 2 years I'm using it personally. Now I'm using it for my business. Then for 2 completed years, I have to charge notional depreciation. Clear? Such nice level and quality of the problems in the MTP are really too good. You should not miss that in your preparation. Chalo. Next. Gross professional receipt is given to you as 52 lakhs that we have already taken. हाँ 52 lakhs है, मतलब इसका audit हो रहा है. समझ में आ रहा है नहीं? If the professional receipts are above 50 lakhs, इसका audit हो रहा है. And if he has made payment to someone, he should have deducted TDS. Summer contributed 1 lakh to PPF, ATC deduction. And now compute the income. Now go to your answer, dear students. We have started with the net profit, add back family planning expense. Salary is allowed because she is not a relative. Medical expenses, add back for the father. Commission disallowed, TDS nahi kaate to 30%. Depreciation as per books, add back. Depreciation as per income tax, we have deducted. Interest on PPF saving NSC, this first only I said deduct because this is not a part of professional income. ठीक है ना? अब क्या करते हैं next? This is your business income. Now income from other sources, saving bank account and NSC interest will become taxable. PPF interest is exempt. This is your gross total income. Whatever money you have put up in PPF ATC plus interest on NSC is taxable in income from other sources, but it is not received in hand. It is accrued, and accrued incomes you get deduction because it is reinvested. So you get deduction for NSC's interest because it is accrued. 1 lakh का NSC कराया, फिर 21,000 फर्स्ट ईयर का इंटरेस्ट री इन्वेस्ट हो गया तो एटीसी में यू विल गेट अ डिडक्शन. Medical expense, I already told you, for father up to 50,000. And saving account interest, everyone gets a deduction. Saving account interest is 20,000, but you get a deduction up to 10,000. If it is a senior citizen, 80 TTB, 50,000. Here only saving account. 80 TTB, saving and FD both. That gives you your income, total income. And in total income up to 250 nil, next 5%, then 20%, and then this and tax. देखो टैक्स भी कैलकुलेट कर लो, राउंड ऑफ जरूर करना, मार्क्स कट जाएंगे नहीं तो. Isn't it so much we are covering in this problem? Our deductions, our income tax, our ad less concept, income from other sources. Sometimes in 14 marks with business income एक आधा capital gain दे देते हैं, यही hot favorite है. Once again, with business income capital gain or with business income deductions, these are the hot favorites. Chalo. Let us take up the next question. Determine the residential status of Mrs. Rose. Rose is an Australian and got married to Ram of India and came to India in February 22. She left Australia on 15/9/2022. She left for Australia. So this year from 1st April 2022 to 15/9, she is in India. Again, she returned on 29th March. You know, continuous 182 days is not necessary. So April to September and then March to 31st, she is in India. She has purchased a flat in Delhi, which she has let out on 25,000 from 1st May. एक महीना छोड़ के. She has taken a loan. Okay. While in India, she has received a gold chain from her in-laws. Gold chain from in-laws is a gift from relative. It is not taxable into income from other sources. So ये point तो clear है. Now for residential status, always, dear students, calculate the days and write down the condition like this. Some students so very important it is that instead of calculating in calculator, if it is a 5 marks problem like this, 5 marks, कितने marks का problem है देखो, 4 marks है ना, 6 marks. Okay, you have to write the conditions. So as per 6(1), he should be in India for 182 days or 365 days, 64 years and 60 days. I'm not teaching you now, but I hope you know. Now calculate his days. April to September, she was there. Again, she came. So she was in India for how many days? 177 days. But in the last 4 years, she is in India for only 42 days. Total number of days rose during the previous year in India was less than 182 days. So she is not satisfying the first condition. And second condition says, in the financial year 22-23, she is in India for more than 60 days. But in the preceding 4 years, not 365 days. वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. So what is the residential status of Rose? Non-resident. Now what will be the income taxable in India? Rental income. Yes, because she has received the rent in India, it's going to be taxable. कितना? Rental income कितना है? Pick up your calculators. 25,000 into 11. 2,75,000. Municipal tax paid is nil. NAV ka 1/3, 30%, not 1/3. 30% you get deduction. And then interest on loan paid is 185. So finally you are getting gross total income 7,000. अच्छा है, क्लियर है, बोलो. Easy. Only thing I am always seeing students are losing marks is they are not writing, but for 6-mark problem you need to write the conditions. Okay. Let us go to the next one, question number 2B. State in briefly the provisions of the TDS, the rate thereon. Amar, ये 4 marks है, but actually in final exam it comes for 6 marks, dear students. Amar has paid 6 lakhs on 15th October to Fresh Cold Storage for preservation of fruits and vegetables. He is engaged in wholesale business of fruits and vegetables, and his turnover is 3 crore. So is he liable to deduct TDS? Yes. Cold storage means 194C will come. And Ramu, a salaried individual, has paid rent 60,000 to Shiv Kumar from July to March. This is superb. Huh? If you pay rent to someone, even for residential purpose, if you are paying rent above 50,000, 194 IB, TDS should be deducted. But here in this second one, the googly is TDS should be deducted for the whole year in the March month. तो मार्च में 60,000 पूरे पे TDS कैसे डिडक्ट होगा? Let us see this answer. It's very interesting. Ramu wala 194 IB, 5% TDS is deducted if you are paying rent to anyone above 50,000. So 60,000. Okay. And he did not give his PAN also. 1 second. Huh? He did not furnish PAN. If PAN is not given, whatever may be the rate of TDS, 1%, 2%, 20%, cut low. So 60,000 into 9 months into 20%. 1,08,000 is TDS to be deducted in March. But what is March month rent? 60,000. So how much TDS will be deducted? 60,000. There are too many googlies. Isko 2 minute pause karo. Check karo. On your own, if you do, you will be juggling like. That's why MTP solving is must. You'll be juggling. चलो फिर से करते हैं. I want to really re-explain. 194 IB says when someone including यहाँ पे ना वो turnover वाला limit नहीं है कि whether your books of accounts are audited and all. No. Other than that, if a salaried employer, anyone is paying rent to others more than 50,000 per month, then if you are paying rent above 50,000, then TDS is to be deducted 194 IB 5%. Here 20% because the other person did not give me PAN. So 20% for the 9 months is coming to 1,08,000. But 194 IB, the speciality is TDS is not to be deducted on monthly basis. It is to be deducted yearly once in the month of March. And remaining month rent, so I have paid you till February. March I said I'm paying you 60,000. Give me your PAN. You are saying PAN nahi hai. 60,000 whole rent will go in the form of TDS. And cold storage, I told you, directly 2% TDS is to be deducted under 194C. Any doubts still you have asked me? It's a challenge if this much detailed discussion. You see the MCQs how we have solved. लिख के ये भी बिल्कुल एक एक लिख के कर सकते हैं, बट ठीक है आंसर्स क्लियर है. फिर भी कुछ डाउट है तो आप पूछो. Examine following transactions with relate to TCS. See, 4 marks TDS, 4 marks TCS. You cannot take a chance with TCS, I'm telling you. Kalpit bought an overseas tour package for Singapore and his family 5 lakh from an agent who is engaged in organizing the tours. Overseas tour packages, OTP it is called. 5% TDS लगता है. He made a payment and he provided the PAN. Assuming Kalpit is not liable to deduct TDS, तो TCS कटेगा. I mean, say TCS कटता नहीं है. It is collected 5%. I'll read out. And Anju doing business of textile. अच्छा ये अलग से discuss करेंगे one by one. 5% TCS is required to be collected by the seller. If I am booking the Singapore tickets with you, you are the overseas tour operator, you collect TCS. Sir, Singapore का पैकेज तो 5 लाख का होगा, साथ में 5% आपका TCS भी टैक्स भी कलेक्ट कर लोगे आप, and you will give me a certificate for that. Are you all getting? Tax collected at source. I am giving you 5 lakh rupees for arranging a family trip to Singapore for me. Along with 5 lakh plus 5%, 25,000 more you will collect. Second one, Anju wala case. ये बड़ा अच्छा case है. You know, whenever I talk about this turnover wala, I want all of you to study 194Q and 206C1H together. Best friends. 194Q. If you are making payment for purchases above 50 lakhs and your last year's turnover has crossed 10 crores, I have to deduct 10 pay you. 194Q. TCS, you are a seller. Your last year's turnover is above 10 crore. This year you have sold to me more than 50 lakhs. You collect. Ma'am, dono aega. Whenever there is 194Q and 206C1H, then in that case 194Q will prevail. But if 194Q is not there, तो फिर जो बायर है उसका टर्नओवर तो 10 करोड़ से एक्सीड नहीं हुआ, मेरा तो लास्ट ईयर का टर्नओवर 6 करोड़ है. So you as a seller do TCS. See now. Anju is doing business. I have explained you the provision. Is my speed fine or not? 2 seconds. These classes are honestly requiring, क्योंकि routine class है तो चलो ये board पे जो लिखा concept समझाया draw करो अपनी book में. So much of writing work you do when it is like regular class. ये तो कंटिन्यू बोल रहे हैं लास्ट 4 घंटे से, थोड़ा ब्रेक मिला बीच में. Anju doing business of textile and his turnover is 11 crore. He received payment for sales. So who is Anju? Seller. Uska turnover last year 11 crore. Ram. From Ram 75 lakhs. Ram ka turnover is 5 crore. If buyer's turnover is 5 crore, 194Q is not applicable. तब फिर क्या लगेगा? 206C1H. Check the answer. 206C1H. Mr. Ram, since his turnover has exceeded 10 crore. Achha, very important is 1% TCS is collected over and above 50 lakh. So what is the turnover? 75 lakhs. You have sold me 75 lakhs. First 50 lakhs chhod do. Next 25 lakhs pay 1%. Easy. Done. Super clear. जीएसटी तक आज तो नहीं पहुंचेंगे, नेक्स्ट में करेंगे, पहले इसको खत्म करते हैं. चलो क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A. एग्जाम में चॉइस है बट अभी तो पूरा करना है. अरे बहुत अच्छा प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत मतलब बहुत अच्छा स्टोरी है पूरी एक. बिफोर आई स्टार्ट दिस, आई एम इन अ टीचिंग मोड टुडे. I know कितना सारा टीचिंग, एंड प्लीज वॉच दिस वीडियो ट्वाइस थ्राइस. एक ही बार में तो मुझे नहीं लगता कितना आपको समझ में आएगा. ओके, लिसन ऑल ऑफ यू. Whenever I am selling a house, I take the token money. ये वाले प्रॉब्लम के लिए मैं बैकग्राउंड बिल्डिंग कर रही हूँ. Whenever I am selling a house, I am taking the token money. That token money which I am taking, that I will keep. Okay. Now, for some reason, I have sold the house to you. You paid me 5 lakh token money, and then you're saying, ma'am, वास्तु वाले को बताया वास्तु अच्छा नहीं है, sorry ma'am, नहीं खरीदना. Okay, I will forfeit the token money because of you. I lost all my other customers because that day I had given ad and I got many calls. So 5 lakh rupees forfeited will become my income from other sources if this amount is forfeited after 1st April 2014. If this amount is forfeited before 2014, suppose 11 I have sold you the house and then I have taken the token money 1 lakh and then I forfeited, the deal didn't work. Whenever token money is received before 1st April 2014, it is reduced from the cost of acquisition. It is reduced from the cost of acquisition. Clear to all of you? Cost of acquisition में से कम होगा and the remaining cost of acquisition indexation will apply. ये पहला concept. Second concept. The day I have sold the house, you paid me token money by check. And then the day we went for registry, stamp duty value and this value may be different. Ma'am, but you have taught us section 50B, 50C stamp duty value ले लेना चुपचाप. stamp duty value or actual consideration, whichever is higher. But stamp duty value on the day I gave you the house, first deal was done and you gave me token money. If token money is received by check, account pay, RTGS, NIFT. If token money is given in cash, in that case, the stamp duty value as on the date of registration. I want to repeat, right? If actual consideration or stamp duty value ज़्यादा है तो वही ले लो. But stamp duty value on the day of first deal, when I took the token money, if the token money is received by check, if the token money is not received or it is received in cash, then the stamp duty value on the day I receive. I mean, say on the day the registration is done. So these are the two things. Take care and let us read this story. अच्छा वाला story पढ़ते हैं. And you all know, if house is purchased before 1 for 2001, index rate 100, 2001 se hai, then you have to take the original cost or FMV, whichever is higher. Shiva Prasad purchased a house in 1979. In addition, he also paid stamp duty. In April 2008, Shiva entered into agreement with Mohan, received 111. However, sale consideration does not forfeit the amount. So this amount is forfeited on April 2008. So this should be minus from the cost of acquisition and remaining amount indexation. In May 15, he again entered agreement to sell and again received 151. Again, this time it did not balance. 151 is simply taxable in income from other sources because this is the amount forfeited after 1st April 2014. Done. In August 2015, Shiva constructed the first floor by incurring a cost of 390. Okay. This is cost of improvement. Cost of improvement. Indexation will start from 1516. In November 22, Shiva entered to sell it and received 150 as advance by account pay check. Manish paid the balance and Shiva transferred the house. Shiva paid brokerage. Brokerage is to be reduced from sale consideration. Now, fair market value of the property is 1185 and stamp duty. House was purchased in 1979. So you have to take the FMV 1185 or stamp duty, not whichever is higher. Stamp duty value दिए तो stamp duty ही लेना पड़ेगा आपका cost. अरे dear students, 1st April 2000 के पहले if you have purchased the property, you have to take cost of acquisition or fair market value, whichever is higher. But if instead of fair market value, if they give you stamp duty value, then take the stamp duty. Followed? So I hope I'm giving you the clear picture. अच्छा problem है. Further valuation as per stamp authority of such house was 39 lakhs and on this it was okay. टोकन मनी किस दिन दिया? नवंबर 15. कैसे दिया? 150 एडवांस. हाउ इज इट रिसीव्ड? बाय चेक. So on the date of token 39 lakhs and on the date we went for registration 41. So which stamp duty value I should take? The day I have entered into agreement, because on that day token money is received by account pay check. Very nice problem. First, sale consideration. Which one we should take? 30 lakh 50,000 or 39 lakhs? 39 lakhs. Because it's more than 10%. Actual consideration or stamp duty में फर्क है. अच्छा, one second. Stamp duty value दो है, 39 and 41. Why we have taken 39? Because the day we entered into agreement, we have paid 1,50,000 token money. है ना? चलो, ये तो क्लियर है सबको. $39 lakhs. Expenses of transfer, brokerage 1%. Don't take off this value. Brokerage 1% will always be of actual sale consideration. Now, indexed cost of acquisition and improvement and long-term capital gain. cost of acquisition is fair market value or stamp duty value. So which one you will take? Stamp duty. I said don't take higher, just take stamp duty. Now, cost of acquisition. Okay, cost of acquisition or the stamp duty, whichever is higher. The stamp duty is higher. From that, reduce the advance money forfeited, because this was forfeited in 2008 and now 959 का indexation होगा. 9,59,000 is the cost in 2000 and 2001 when indexation was 100. 100 की value in your financial year 20 to 23 has become 331. Cost inflation index 100 rupees में जो चीज मिलती थी वो 331 हो गई है. तो your 9,59,000 is how much? I always say remember like this. 100 has become 331. 959 is how much? And you get this. Then take cost of improvement. Okay, once again I want to revise sale consideration. फिर से एक बार. Sale consideration, what we will take? Stamp duty value on the date of agreement, not on the day of registration, because token amount was received by check. Okay, expenses as a percentage of actual sale consideration, not the stamp duty value. Okay, now cost of acquisition is generally original cost or FMV, whichever is higher. But if it is the stamp duty value, then take the stamp duty value. Okay, advance money forfeited is deducted from cost of acquisition because this is forfeited in 2008. And then the cost of acquisition 2008 में this is forfeited and hence indexation बाद में लेंगे. And next is what is the cost of improvement. You have constructed one more floor, so that value you have to take 390 and indexation and then calculate the capital. This is all the note which I have already explained. That's all. We are going to the next question. Salaries question is very easy. Only thing I feel they have not given, but if they give you retirement benefit question, be careful. If a person is retiring in December 2022, then take the salary of 9 months and not 12 months. Otherwise, this salary problem is easy. 46,000 into 12 is basic. You have to go on writing. Medical facility hospital maintained by company is exempt. Rent-free accommodation is 15% of the basic, DA, commission, bonus, taxable allowance. But और कुछ नहीं है तो basic का 15%. Housing loan 6 lakhs is given at 6%, actual rate is 10%, 4% difference is income. Gift in kind on occasion of wedding anniversary is exempt because up to 5,000 it is exempt. A 4-seater dining table was given to Sonu and this was purchased in 2019 and it was sold to Sonu on August 22. So August 22, if it is sold, then April, May, June and July. 4 months it is used, no? Are you getting? 2019 say employer has given you dining table, use at home. So April, May, June and July 22, you have used employer's asset at home. So 60,000 into 10% into 4 by 12. This is the perquisite. And now when it is sold, you have to take the WDV and all, and the value. So for motor car, you have to take 20% depreciation on WDV basis for each completed year. If you want, write it down. Motor car 20% WDV for each completed year. So the day I transfer you, what is the WDV? And against that you have paid me 30,000. This I'll show you in the answer. For computer it is 50% WDV and for furniture and all it is 10% SLM we will take. Okay? Other income is interest on FD in the company, taxable hai. Specified mutual fund bilkul taxable hai. Bank deposit. Married minor daughter clubbing income provisions are applicable subject to 1500 per child deduction under 1032. LIC पे किया है 80CCC में 1 lakh allowed है, PPF deposit allowed है and they are not opting for 115 BA से आएगा, यहाँ नहीं है, ये देखो income from other sources, ATC, deduct. This is very simple, so I want to skip. Salary, medical facility exempt, RFA 15% of salary, perquisite 6 and 10 difference, 4% interest is taxable, gift exempt as it is just 5,000, using of dining table 2,000. Now listen. Put your one hand on the question paper, please, and read word to word. Dining table was purchased on 1/5/2019, 60,000. And it was transferred on 1st August 2022. 19 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22. How many years? 3 years. 10% into 3. Yeah. Usage. So what is the WDV as on the date of transfer? 42. And employer has given you in 30. 30 so you have paid to employer. So what's the free perquisite? 12,000. You have to take depreciation for completed years only. क्रेडिट कार्ड से खरीदे एम्प्लॉयर के तो टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा. मोटर कार परचेज्ड ऑन 16/7/2019, 250, and sold on 14/7/22. So 19 to 20, 20 to 21, and 21 to 22 we will not take, because this problem we have already solved in class. Literally, I'm not saying. Those who have my material, check this problem. 21 say 22. Why I'm not taking depreciation? Because 15th July 22 third year will complete. But before that 14th July only asset is transferred. So we have to take, dear students, depreciation for 3 completed years. But 3 completed years are not there. So only for 2 years. Simple. Third year you will not take the depreciation, because depreciation is taken on motor car 20% for each completed year. Standard deduction 50,000. Profession tax if paid, deducted. If paid by employer, then add and deduct it. All right. Sure. Now, set off and carry forward many times the problem is asked. You should know all the rules. I'm taking it one by one. Loss from speculative business and profit. स्पेक्युलेटिव प्रॉफिट में से स्पेक्युलेटिव लॉस सेट ऑफ होगा और 40,000 कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा. Can we set off this 40,000 loss in business loss? No. Interest on borrowings in case of self-occupied property, 3,18,000. How much this is allowed maximum? 2 lakh. Income from let out property, 120. This is house property. हाँ, ये कैसे सेट ऑफ होगा हम देखेंगे. 80,000 का लॉस आएगा हाउस प्रॉपर्टी में. इनकम फ्रॉम लेट आउट इज 120. सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड प्रॉपर्टी में देयर इज अ लॉस, सो 80,000 का लॉस आएगा. 44 AD प्रॉफिट इज 1 lakh. सैलरी में से व्हाट यू विल गिव? स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन. इंटरेस्ट ऑन PPF exempt. लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन, brought forward business loss, can we set off from presumptive taxation? Yes, allowed. Long term capital gain चलने दो बाहर. अच्छा, house property loss you can set off in long term also. House property loss you can set off in salary also. So where is it beneficially to set off house property in long term capital gain or house property in salary? You can set off anywhere. But which is beneficial? Obviously long-term capital gain, because this is taxable at what rate? 20%. Donations, ATG, approved charitable trust, subject to 10% of the gross total income. Let us see the answer. Set off carry forward one problem surely comes. Salary is 525. Standard deduction is 50,000. So 475. Let out house property is 120. Loss is 2 lakhs, so 80,000 loss. रहने दो, carry forward. Can we set off this loss in the speculative business में speculative loss? Yes, 40,000 carry forward. क्योंकि 85,000 में 45 set हुआ, बाकी 40 carry forward. Presumptive taxation में earlier loss set off होगा? Yes. Long term में I am setting out the house property loss because it is beneficial. PPF interest is allowed to be deducted from gross total income. Now donation you have given is 60,000 to trust. I want to talk about ATG. ATG, you know, 100% direct, 50% direct, 100% family planning and Olympics subject to qualifying amount, and 50% for trust and all, Kaushalas, temples, all subject. तो इसको कैसे calculate करते हैं? From your gross total income 520, remove long term capital gain. 520 में से 45. What you get now is called as adjusted total income. इसका 10%, 47,500 or 60,000. Okay, whichever is lower is the qualifying amount. Adjusted total income is gross total, gross total income minus the long term capital gain, because on long term capital gain deductions are not allowed. Any long term capital, shares be, others be. Now other income ka 10%, 47,500 or 60,000, whichever is lower. So 47,500 is called as eligible amount. Iska 50% is your ATG and done. And this losses carry forward. Nice question, clear to all of you. Chalo, next one, 4th B karte hain. Pause the video, do it in writing. It's a quality good revision along with your MTP. 5th wala question padhte hain. Om gifted a house property of 50 lakhs to wife. Oh, itta dekhte se husband giving gift to wife, whatever income wife is getting to be clubbed in the hands of husband. Mrs. Uma, who in turn has gifted to Mrs. Pallavi, daughter-in-law ko diye to bhi clubbing provisions lagte hain. The house was let out, it is not worth for 4 marks. 2 marks बस हो गए. House was let out. कभी कभी ऐसे ज़्यादा marks भी मिलते हैं. कभी कभी it's like you are taking so much time for MCQs and do you get only 2 marks. House was let out 25,000 per month. Compute the income. Husband has gifted the house to wife. Wife gifted to daughter-in-law. Is this income taxable in the hands of husband or wife? Husband, Mr. O. He's the owner. Will your answer be different if this property was gifted to son? Yes. If you give the property to son, clubbing provisions doesn't attract. If you give to daughter-in-law, then the clubbing provisions will come. So the answer is very simple. You can quickly read it. If you have Om has transferred, he would be deemed to be the owner, and income arising from son's wife anyhow taxable. So all this rental income subject to standard deduction, this 210 will be let out and included in the income of Mr. Om. Okay. If Om would have gifted to son, clubbing provisions will not apply. Then this rental income would have been taxable in the hands of son. That answer is very simple. Ram furnished his return due to missing information. AO considered as necessary defective under 139(1) because he didn't give the detail of taxes paid, 140A and all. What are the consequences? And so, whenever there's a defect and you have not given detail, the AO will give you 15 days time and he will control the delay, and within 15 days you have to give all the details. If you still don't respond, your return is treated as defective return, as if you have not filed the return, and all actions will be taken. That's a simple answer. I think you can read it. If the defect is not rectified within 15 days, then the return would be treated as invalid. Consequent defect would be taken as if SSC has not filed the return. Then scrutiny and तो possibly नहीं है, return fine नहीं किया, सीधा best judgment they can go. AO has power to condone delay and treat return as valid if SSC has rectified return after the expiry of 15 days or further extended period but before the assessment is made. Clear to all of you? Right. So I think this much is enough for today. Promise me, promise me, promise me that you all are going to watch this video, repeat it, so that that four feature concept, that residential concept, that deemed resident concept, all that is clear. The quality of MTP is really good, appreciated. Same is the quality of MTP November 22. RTP में काफी बार same problems are repeated but not in MTP. So make sure November MTP also you solve it. And any doubts you have this video, बंद मत करो, 2 minutes सुन लो. Comment below the video or in the description. Telegram link is there, join it, put your doubt there, we'll surely clear it with voice note. It's actually too exhausting. I've already closed my time schedule because उसको time लगा ना MCQs को भी solve करने में. So we will be doing the GST part later, but GST part is very simple. Take a pause and listen to me. In GST case study, it's like a problem again. Will this person go for composition or not? Will this be like that or not? Then compulsory question, 8 marks. Output tax is this. Input tax on raw material, on capital goods, and intrastate and interstate is in this. Set off and pay the tax. Separate questions on the value of supply, time of supply, and documentation, your returns and your electronic credit ledger. एक ही बार पढ़ के ध्यान से रख लो. In that, what is the amendment? Last 3 exams. Last year in May 22, they gave e-invoicing, e-way bill and e-invoicing because it started 500 crore के ऊपर turnover. November, they asked the QR code. E-invoicing में QR code. So like this, whatever is the latest amendment, that amendment lectures are already there. Just click May 2023 tax amendment videos. That playlist is there. 4 videos are there. 2 for direct tax, 2 for GST. Thoroughly I have explained, and my gut feeling, in GST there is a superb amendment for the rent. Residential property now given on rent for commercial purpose. Okay, so how that is, वहाँ पे पूरा फ्लो चार्ट बनाया है, टेबल फॉर्म में आपको पूरा दिया है. Clearly पढ़ना है उसको and use this to the best of it and be confident. It's an awesome degree and you need to have that conceptual knowledge to give the best in exam, and you need to have that practical and smart skill also to deal with all left and right in your articleship, and you will do superb and amazing in this field. God bless you all. Lots of blessings and wishes to all of you. And thank you so much for watching the video till end. Bye-bye. And coming week, we are doing more, इससे भी more detailed analysis of the MTP of costing. So subscribe to channel, and if you wish to join us live, messages. और एक मुझे क्या बोलना था, या can you please let me know the feedback, be very honest. I've solved all MCQs in detail, but business head and all capital gain, I explain the concept very slowly, then I tick, then solve it, because if I start writing it, it would be 2-3 hours more. Is this way fine? Is this helpful to you? Really, this is the time when I want to help all of you. And download the app to get all the PDF in the free list, your PDF for the amendment lectures. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye all of you.